This guy did a 5-year average from fixed-wing pilots and helicopter pilots. The numbers are astounding. I'll let him say it.
So in July, Undersecretary Cisneros acknowledged the DMET data, the database working properly, and also acknowledged things such as myocarditis rising 151%.
What?
So what I did, I went in today.
151%.
I'm doing the same thing, 5-year average. However, I'm comparing it to 2022, and I only am using fixed-wing pilots and helicopter pilots.
Look at these numbers. Watch this.
Active duty. So we get hypertensive disease, 36%.
Up.
Ischemic heart disease, 69%. Pulmonary heart disease, 62%.
Jeez.
Heart failure, 973%.
What?
Other forms of heart disease, 63%. Cardiomyopathy, 152%.
Okay, guys, do you understand what I'm saying when I say that one can argue that COVID-19 was a military operation released by China? Because, by the way, I read in Alex Jones's book, The Great Awakening, that when the first they had the military games in China in 2019, where all the bases, all the soldiers were there, and they said that soldiers were getting sick and they were showing the symptoms of COVID-19 then. So if you think about it, the military, I touched on it with Lance, if they have to take it, it's mandatory. What a brilliant tactic, right, Brandon?
And no, that's not even the scariest part to me either. The scariest part too is that the people who are most likely to not take it are the people who would be most likely not to blindly comply with orders in the future. With so if they're willing to blindly comply with oh, take this, then what if they say, oh yeah, arrest people in the public who won't take it.
Yep.
So the people who are staying around are the people who are going to blindly follow orders. Same thing with the police.
Dude, it's wild. It's it's insane. Look what they did to this freaking poor guy. He's stuck, bro. He's in that room. Yeah, thank God he had surgery and he's doing better.
Yeah.
But I know what it's like to try to walk around the base and everybody's like, oh, this guy. Because when I said I was leaving, everybody turned on me. Everybody turned on me.
Vinny, when you were in the military, you know how it works when you first enlist. You just walk down the line of doctors and they
give you a vaccine.
Injection for everything under the sun.
Yeah.
So for them to finally question, hey, what's in this one thing you want to give us? That's a little weird.
Yeah.
Suddenly it's a huge problem because you can't have people questioning what's in them.
Yeah.
Everyone who's taken every other shot they've offered them.
Yeah, I agree.
It's crazy too because like you said, the people that wouldn't be getting it are the ones who they want to out of the military. And if the military is not even willing to stand up, that's terrifying for things of that nature. Could you imagine if it's they're supposed to be defending the people, right?
Yeah.
And no, it's actually comply or we're going to rip your shoulder. And that's honestly, I feel bad for the gentleman 100%. But it could escalate to a lot worse than just that. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. And you nailed it. These guys are fighting for the freedom of the country. You're not letting him be free.
Yeah.
Freedom.
I want a freedom of choice. My body, my choice. Can I not have a say in it?
And I actually know someone who's 24 years old, had recently in December, November, had a heart attack. And literally my first, very young, very traumatizing time, I asked, my first response was did you get the vaccine? Because although he may have had heart conditions when he was younger, you just were vaccinated not too long ago, and this has been something that has been.
Oh, it's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
so
happening.
I'm 24 years old.
Yeah, that's freak.
That's insane.
Yeah, look at LeBron James, LeBron James' son, 18 years old, collapsed. That doesn't happen a lot.
Man, think about how bad it must be for you if people could literally be crackheads for 50 years and not have a heart attack. But this thing is giving them a heart attack in 1 year.
To Hunter Biden.
Yeah, exactly.
His heart is fine. He's
900% increase in heart failures.
973%. That's bananas. And you know what? And guys, I have one more clip. This is a couple days ago. Senator Schmidt from Missouri, he's grilling the Secretary of the Navy, who says he has no regrets about firing the thousands of service members who refused to take the jizab. Kelly, can you please play this clip?
You believe
that you want all the members of your team to feel like they're included?
Well, I have a question. Do you believe that you were an ally for the 1,878 soldiers who were fired, or the 3,746 Marines who were fired for not taking the COVID shot? Were you an ally for them?
Sir, I followed the laws. They disobeyed
Or did
the
they
law.
feel included?
They disobeyed a law.
They were fired.
They were fired because they disobeyed
Do you
the
regret
law.
that? Do you regret that?
currently exists that I have no regrets.
You have
whatsoever.
recruitment challenges.
No
You refuse to admit the DEI is a part of this. You're firing qualified people who are well trained, and you sit here so smugly to act like none of that has any impact on the readiness of our Navy.
Senator, we recontacted 3,500 of the 4,800 people who were fired.
What?
You know how many actually decided to come back to the Navy?
How many?
2.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Disrespect
Seriously.
they receive from their government.
Shocker. So there you have it. It's unbelievable. Like how they're treating these people. Like, isn't
The
it?
smugness. Like, you know how many people wanted to come back?
Yeah.
Two. No shit.
No shit. Why would how stupid does that guy sound?
Oh my God.
Like why would you want to come back?
And they
Are you
think
not-
these are the same people that they want to say, like, everyone looks to government to solve all their problems. They don't even stand up for the people who put their lives on the line to fight for us.
Nope.
But you think that you want to look to the government to solve all of our problems? Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, great. That's a great point. Everybody's always like government and government this. That's your government for
That's
you.
what they'll do to you.
1,000%.
You put your life on the line for them.
No, Reagan nailed it. He said the scariest words ever. I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
Yeah, Rob, what do you think?
You look at the heart rate, the heart issues that athletes were having. It's not like, okay, clearly there's an obesity pandemic in the United States.
Epidemic.
I am clearly in that category.
You're not, it's an epidemic, but you're fine. I don't-
Patient
Yeah.
zero over here.
Okay, thank you, Connor, with his six-pack. But it's not like people like me were dropping because of heart issues. You're looking at athletes that are in top physical condition, and those people who were forced to have some type of medical procedure done are also having heart issues. It makes you wonder. And you look at the uptick. Sometimes we look at like the Boeing issues, right? And you go, are more Boeing issues happening because Boeing is shitty and doesn't make good airplanes, or are more Boeing issues happening because we're paying more attention to that issue? Like when you buy a new car and then you're driving around, you see more of that car over and over and over again. Okay, well, that people were still buying that car without you owning it. You're just paying more attention to it. So you look at the heart issues and you go, were athletes always dropping because of heart issues? No. So all of a sudden there's an uptick in it after 2021, and you go, that's odd.
Yeah, no, the number. Like, listen, the numbers don't lie. It's a fact.
Yeah.
People are dying much more. Cancer is up. Heart problems are up. And by the way, and now the truth is starting to come out. And I'm waiting to see how much more they're going to try to silence and shut up and ban and deplatform people, because it's like enough is enough. What the fuck are we talking about? Dr. Fauci lied. Fauci lied. He just got caught again.
What's crazy is if this news had come out from, and this wasn't when you mentioned it earlier with the guest that we had on, the National Institute of Health's Principal Deputy Director Lawrence Tabak admitted to Congress that U.S. taxpayers funded gain-of-function research at the Wuhan Institute of Virology in China in the months and years before the COVID-19 pandemic. If that news had come out in 2020, 2021, even 2022, it'd be everywhere.
Yep,
It came
everywhere.
out yesterday, and I didn't hear about it until you covered it today, and I read the news all day.
Wow.
So how, like, the fact that this is not bigger news and not a bigger story tells you that there is a massive cover-up that even involves our own mainstream media to suppress the truth about this pandemic, the virus, its origins, the creation of it, the release of it, and any medical procedures that resulted because of it.
So Brandon, Dr. Fauci lied to Congress. I have the videos. I'm going to do a video on it myself.
Yep.
He said the NIH did not do this gain of function research at the Wuhan lab. And then yesterday they said, the guy from NIH, his own words, not mine, yes, we did.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. What happens to Fauci?
Probably nothing based on everything
Yeah.
we've seen in the past. But yeah, lock it up, take it to the bank. He lied. Even we've had the CIA in the past say that there's a drastic cover up on that. So I mean, it couldn't be more blatant.
And guess what? For everybody out there, your tax dollars, our tax dollars, are paying right now. Dr. Fauci has Secret Service protection 24 hours a day because he knows that we all know this all shit's gonna start coming out. He needs a protection. By the way, he put the poison in us, and we have to protect his ass. Meanwhile, RFK can't even get Secret Service protection, and they killed his father and his uncle.
It's insane.
It's like we always say, dude, like if you are with the cabal, you have the full support of them, the wind blowing at your back. If you're against them, then you have the wind blowing against you. So it couldn't be more blatant.
And not to mention Dr. Fauci, wasn't he the highest paid government employee as well?
Yeah.
So he has security.
He's
He also
chilling.
was the highest paid. And also when it goes to like what Rob was talking about, the pandemic, This we can't. Where are the people within the military leaders that are going to speak up to it?
Whistleblowers, so to speak.
Yeah,
They're
because
not blowing no
this
whistle.
They're
is
in
like,
jail cells right
we're
now. That's
years
where they
past
are.
it, but like this literally stopped the world. Like we cannot let this go. Like literally, I know Patrick just had an event at PHP, and Mario was telling me when they were down there, 50% of the businesses are gone from there.
Weird.
They said the streets at one point were like busy and you couldn't just
Booming.
walk around. It's like silence.
They did on purpose.
So like we can't just let this go.
No, I love your passion. I hope so because we're talking about it. But think about it, Rob. He's getting surprised. He didn't even hear about it till right now.
Yeah.
This should be late breaking. Dr. Fauci lied. It should be placed everywhere.
And why are we hearing about Trump with Stormy Daniels every day and stuff like this? You know,
Exactly. Oh yeah. Oh, another one. Ben Affleck is arguing with J-Lo.
Oh my God.
I don't give a shit.